agreed on by council. Also, presentations may be to a maximum of 10 minutes unless the length is agreed on by council to extend. And it looks like we have Megan on the list. Come on up.
Good evening. I, Megan Wright, come before you today as a concerned citizen of the City of Leduc. I came before you several months ago asking you to obtain the reports written by Veritas Solutions and read them. Because the courts recently compelled the reports to be produced and they have since become public record, I was able to obtain and read them. I have come today to ask if the mayor and council have now been provided these reports and if they have read them, and what specific actions have been taken to provide a fair and safe work environment for all. In the Systemic Culture Report, the investigators determined 4 areas of concern: sexual harassment and sexual assault, harassing and bullying behaviors, breaches of health information and privacy, and mismanagement of incidences in a negligent and reckless manner. This has led to, and I quote, a hostile or poisoned work environment for women, and the female employees are discriminated against when complaints are brought forward, creating a work environment that is not safe from retaliation and free from condemnation. Management has failed to provide a duty of care to their employees, ensure a safe environment to make complaints, and ensure that unwanted and uninvited behaviors do not continue. Mr. Prohar stated at a previous council meeting that recommendations on the report were not given. That has been found to be correct, but he did not mention that Veritas Solutions offered to make many recommendations to transform the culture into one of trust and psychological safety, but the City of Leduc declined. I would like to know what you did instead to maintain trust and safety. Mr. Prohar also previously stated that the city would not release the report in order to protect the privacy of the victims. But according to this report, the victim's privacy has been violated on multiple occasions by the City of Leduc. The most notable being the victims of sexual harassment and assault had their information provided to the respondent at a risk to the victim's safety, and the victims were not informed. As well, another victim's health information was breached, according to an investigation done by Alberta Health Services. What has the city done to protect the victim's information going forward? Because according to the Veritas report, you asked them not to investigate these matters further. Finally, the Honorable Mayor Bob Scott. You once told the media that you take issue with the fact that it was implied that the City of Leduc is not responding appropriately to complaints of harassment and discrimination, and that it's your job to make sure the city manager and your administration is doing the job that you hired them for. According to the report by Veritas Solutions, they concluded the actions or inactions of senior leaders combined with the apparent minimal or absence of accountability on their power and authority has caused for a psychologically unsafe and harmful culture. Many of those same senior leaders still work within your organization. Do you still think your administrators and city manager are doing their job? You also once stated to the media that it wasn't important for you to read the reports. But now that the reports are public, I ask that you read them and you provide a formal apology to the women of Leduc Fire, the employees of Leduc Fire, as well as the public for unknowingly misleading them. Veritas Solutions investigation found that the environment at the Leduc Fire Department is a hostile environment for women and caused or significantly exacerbated mental and psychological injury. And I believe your comments are also exacerbatory in nature. I respect that you may not have read the reports before and you did not understand the significance of them, but now that they are available to you and I have relayed the importance to you, I think reading them and providing an apology is appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is a public hearing. There are 5 public hearings on the agenda this evening. The first 4 public hearings are bylaws that are required to